Yo, what is up, guys? My name is IronBoffin, coach of your Rochester Ride-Ons, coming back. I think we are on week 6 of the WBE, and that's insane. We finally, if you guys watched last week's battle, we finally picked up our first win. Super excited. It was an insane game. Came down to, I think it was just like playing the Weavile right, making sure it didn't take a hit, so that way it was able to that last hit at the end. It was a little bit of a roll, but the roll was in my favor. With the calcs, blah blah blah. But I'm super excited for a win. We are 1-4, so we got one win. I'm super excited, and we're gonna keep that momentum going, and we're gonna keep playing. We're gonna keep playing hard. I prepped hard again this week. We're playing John, aka Pokemen, and I'm super excited. And shout out to my front office for helping me build this team as always, because they did a great job. And they helped me out a lot because I was busy at work this week, so I was super thankful that they helped me out as much as they did. I kind of gave them ideas as to what I was thinking about, and they kind of brought it to fruition. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go over John Pokemon's team, and we're gonna start from there. So John is packing Salamence, Alakazam, Diggersby, Decidueye, Vaporeon again, and then we got Magneton, Mudsdale, Toxicroak, Magmar, and Mega Diancie. So the Vaporeon is annoying. We had to prep for that last week versus Steve, and basically Steve dropped it last week, and then Pokemon picked it up, so it became active this week, so I have to prep for it again, which is really annoying because I have Suicune, and Suicune would have put in a lot of work had he not brought it. So that's unfortunate, but it's the way it is, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and go over our team. I'm super excited. Now, starting off, you see our beautiful Suicune, Aurora the Suicune, packing Toxic, Protect, Ice Beam, Extra Sensory, and you're going, IronBoffin, where's the stab? Where's Stab Scald? And I'm going, man, it ain't that necessary. We're doing good without it. Basically what we got this week, we got Toxic Protect. Toxic is for the Vaporeon. With Vaporeon here, you know, I don't want to be clicking Scald. He's got 2 immunities to Scald in Water Absorb, Vaporeon, and then Dry Skin, Toxicroak. So that's scary. So that's why I got Ice Beam basically for everything on his team. Ice Beam hits the things like Mence, it hits Diggersby, it hits Decidueye, it hits Mudsdale, and then Extra Sensory hits Toxicroak. And then the things I don't hit, like Diancie and stuff, he's not leaving his Diancie in on my Suicune because he's obviously going to be afraid of Scald, and if I haven't revealed my whole set, then he's not going to stay in. That's not going to be a thing for him. So we got that going on, and we have plenty of other stuff to deal with Diancie. I'm not like super worried about Diancie this week because I have things like Metagross. I have Weavile, which hits it really hard, and you'll see my other sets here. But like I said, pretty easy set. We got max HP, and we pretty much split the defense and Spadef, but we figured we'd have to take a more physical hits from like things like Mence and Diggersby, more so than like special hits. The biggest threat to Suicune is his Magneton. Obviously, that's going to be scary. Things like Magneton. That's pretty much it. And then maybe if his Alakazam is packing some coverage, that's going to be scary too. But mostly the Magneton. So if Magneton doesn't come this week, or I'm sure it will. I'm sure Magneton will come. But if I can knock it out early, then Suicune's going to be sitting pretty. All right. That's Suicune. Let's go ahead and talk about Shaybe the Shaman. My favorite, dude. I love Shaman. I'm so glad we picked this thing up. We got Seed Flare, Earth Power, Hidden Power, Ice, and Psychic packing the Assault Vest. Shaybe is about to go in, guys. So we got max HP, well, almost max HP. And we kind of split the defenses there. We only got 20 special attack because that's about all I needed for the rolls I wanted. We got 148 speed Timid, 152 outspeeds. I looked at this before. It outspeeds his Toxicroak. That's where Croak. No, wait, was it Toxicroak? Must be Toxicroak. I think that's all we're calculating there. I don't think we're outspeeding Magmar. Maybe we are. Maybe that's Magmar. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We got Seed Flare, Earth Power, Hidden Power, Ice, Psychic. So, and then we got we got a lot of Fizdef and Spadef investment here because we're gonna try to sponge a hit and throw off Seed Flares back in the face. We got Earth Power for like things like Diancie, and it's gonna hit Toxicroak. Oh, we have Psychic for Toxicroak anyway. But we got Earth Power for things like Diancie, Magneton. You know, this is a good Magneton answer for me because Magneton really can't hit me outside of like, I'm sure it's going to be packing like HP Fire, you know, for like the Metagross and stuff. But outside of that, we're going to be doing okay. Like I said, pretty basic set here. Like nothing too crazy, just a lot of coverage moves. I'm going to try to toss off as many Seed Flares as humanly possible. I want to blow back the Vaporeon with it. I want to blow back Diggersby with it. I don't even care what switches in. I'm going to blow back stuff. This is also really good for Mudsdale because Mudsdale's really annoying. If it comes, I don't know if Mudsdale's going to come. He's brought it every week so far. He absolutely could bring it. There's no reason he doesn't have to, but Prefer he doesn't. But it can be very hard to deal with if he starts getting those stamina boosts, and I don't have the special attackers to deal with it. So that's why you see we already got 2 special attackers that can deal with Mudsdale there. So that's good so far. And let's go ahead and talk about our MVP from last week. Arya coming back after 3 kills last week, bringing in a very basic set. Very easy set. We got Jolly, almost max speed. That's just outspeed Alakazam. Alakazam's 120 and we're 125. So, I mean, he could bring like a Scarf Zam too. He could bring a lot of different things to try to outspeed me. We got Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, Knockoff, and Pursuit. Now, there was thoughts of running, and we're packing Ice CMZ as well, because that went well last week. I was thinking about running Iron Tail, like Z Iron Tail. Regular Iron Tail would definitely kill DNC, but if I missed, I'd be very, very angry. And the roll to kill with Z Icicle Crash is really good. So I think, what is it? I think the roll is like 96 to 114 to a standard DNC, because he has to Mega. He can't like not Mega, take the hit, and then Mega and do that kind of stuff. So we got that going on. Ice Crash, obviously. Ice Shard does an insane amount to Mens, almost Okos from like nothing on the Mens, so that'll be cool. Hopefully we pop a Yachi beforehand, but if I eventually think he's Yachi, Ice Crash can almost kill through a Yachi Berry. So that's cool. The Knockoff just to generally hit things, you know, like hit them hard, take off their item. And then we also got Pursuit. His main switch-ins to this are going to be like things like probably, I don't even know if Mudsdale really wants to switch in. Even at +1, Ice Crash is still going to hurt his Mudsdale, so I don't think that's going to come in. I'm trying to think. Probably just Vaporeon mainly. And I can just knock off the Vaporeon and switch out. You know, if I hit knockoff on Vaporeon, he loses his leftovers, then that's a win. That's a 1 battle for me. I have plenty of like Scald switch-ins and stuff, and you'll see that. But anyway, that's the Weavile set. Nothing too crazy, but Weavile doesn't need to get crazy. It's so good at what it does. Let's go ahead talk about our Metagross set this week. We got Colossus the Metagross coming back as always. It's too good to not bring. We got Sugar Berry, Stealth Rock, Bullet Punch, Ice Punch, and Earthquake. So we got like max HP on this thing. We have the 12 speed EVs. That's just to outspeed. If he doesn't invest anything into his Vaporeon, we'll outspeed that. I think I hope he doesn't speed creep me, but he'd have to put a little bit of speed in there to outspeed me. So that's basically what we're doing there. And also, if he doesn't put any speed into his Decidueye, I can outspeed that and hit it with Ice Punch. So that's pretty cool. The Sugar Berry is, so we got a cool little EV spread going on here. The 52 attack is to guarantee a kill with Bullet Punch on the DNC. That's all we wanted. Ice Punch is just for damage on things like Salamence, Diggersby. It's Decidueye. Ice is really good versus Ice is insane versus Pokemon here. So that's why I'm really glad I got the Weavile and I have Ice coverage on everything, because Ice hits him. Ice is a pretty middle ground play for a lot of things I'm gonna have to do. We got 84 defensive Vs. What that allows me to do is I can, with the Sugar Berry active, I can live a +2 ZEQ from Salamence. So just in case he starts to run away with the game, I can go into Salamence, click Ice Punch. Salamence, sorry, I can go to Metagross and click Ice Punch. I don't have Salamence. I wish I did though. He actually sniped me on Salamence, because one of the mods I first drafted Suicune, and then my next pet I wanted was Salamence, and John took it from me. But that's okay. We got Metagross. But yeah, man, I'm super excited. This set's gonna be pretty nuts. Earthquake hits things like DNC, or no, not like DNC, because we don't need to hit it. We hit like Toxicroak with that. We hit Magneton, obviously. I am a little afraid. I actually want to run the calc again, just to talk to you guys about it. Obviously, he has a Magneton, which has Steel Trap, or Magnet Pull, not Steel Trap, Magnet Pull. And Metagross, while is bulky and can deal with it, if he's like a Scarf set or a Spec set, it's gonna hurt, dude. Let me look at this for you. Let's call him the Spec set, just to worst case scenario here. HP Fire is doing 50 to 60%, which is a lot. So I need to hope Metagross is pretty healthy when Magneton decides to trap me. But John is also a professional, and he'll know not to come in and try to trap me beforehand. Or he could also come in and trap me in Volt Switch, because Volt Switch is doing a lot of damage as well. It's doing 44 to 52. So, you know, I can't switch on that. So that's just free damage for him, and that's scary, because then he could kind of like go back into things like going into Diggersby and just hurt me. And I have a really hard time switching into Diggersby, just in general. You know, like not a lot of my team wants to deal with Diggersby, so that's kind of tough to deal with. But thankfully Diggersby is pretty slow, so it's easier to revenge than other things. But so that's what we got going on with this set. The Spadef is obviously just a tank, like Spadef hits a little better like versus Magneton and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm pretty excited. I think Metagross is going to go in this week. Bullet Punch is going to be clutch for the DNC. I have a lot of stuff for DNC, but like I didn't over prep for it. I was more afraid of the Salamence, because if Salamence gets to like +1 on something, then I'm in trouble. So we're trying to avoid that. We're trying to avoid that at all costs, man. So let's go ahead and talk about our next mon. We got Daenerys Altaria coming back from a good week last week. I know it died to the Swampert, which I was supposed to wall, but it took up the rain turns that it needed to do. Did really well in general. The hyper voice spam was really good. But let's talk about what we got this week. We got Altaria Knight, obviously. We got Dragon Dance, Roost, Earthquake, and Facade. Facade, boys. We're rocking a pretty easy set of max attack, pretty much max speed. And that's all the speed I need for... What was I outspeeding? Oh, Diggersby. I'm outspeeding Diggersby with this set. And I'm pretty excited. We're rocking the Dragon Dance, Earthquake, and like I said, and the Roost, and Facade. And the whole idea with Facade is I'm trying to set up on Vaporeon. I want to switch into a burn. I know it's kind of like situational, but thankfully, and he has a lot of toxic users on his team as well. But I really need to catch a burn with while I try to set up on him. He does have the Ice Beam, so that's going to be a little scary if he has Ice Beam rather, which I'm sure he will. Ice Beam will be a little scary to deal with, but at the end of the day, like if I can start setting up and just hit like Facades all over the place, like I run his team with this set. Earthquake hits everything incredibly hard that Facade doesn't, like his Magneton, his DNC, you know, like we're doing good there. So that's a very easy set this week. No bulk, no crazy bulk shenanigans, just trying to run Dragon Dance, trying to run Facade. That's the goal. Hopefully I catch a burn. If I don't catch a burn, Facade is still like base 70, I think. So yeah, Facade is still really strong. So I'm not super worried about that. And then last week we got our emergency button. We got our emergency button in Blaziken this week. We're bringing Kratos back. When was the last time I brought Kratos? I think it was week 3 versus Deathly. I think is the last time I brought it. Anyway, we're packing the Choice Scarf, Flare Blitz, High Jump Kick, Hidden Power Ice, and Baton Pass for momentum. We got the 144 speed like the Daenerys because we're trying to outspeed his Diggersby with that. It also outspeeds the Scarf Diggersby, so that's going to be important to note because Scarf Diggersby isn't bad if he starts tossing off like Adamant. What is it? What move does it run? Return. Adamant returns hurt, so it'd be nice to be able to outspeed that 100% of the time. Unless he runs Agility, then I have a problem, but it's a different problem. So we got Flare Blitz, High Jump Kick, Hidden Power Ice. Flare Blitz and High Jump Kick hit everything on his team. There's nothing that switches into it except Salamence, which is why we're packing HP Ice for that. So that'll be good. Also, if he hasn't set up speed yet, I can go into even if he gets like a Moxie boost, I can go into Blaziken here and outspeed with my Scarf and HP Ice him, and he'll die. So that's good. Obviously, I have a lot of ice coverage, as you've seen. Ice Beam on that, Hidden Power Ice on that, Ice Stab on that, Ice Punch on that. This doesn't have it, but this has Fairy typing. Salamence is terrifying, okay? I've used it a lot. Okay, that thing can run away with the game with a Moxie Sweep, and so I'm making sure that that doesn't happen. Ideally, what happens is if he's rocking Yachi, which he could, but a Yachi isn't that huge for him. What he's better off doing is trying to set up. He might not even bring it because I have a Weavile. You know, like every time Men's comes in, Weavile comes in for free and clicks Ice Shard. You know, so he might not even want to bring it this week. So he has anyway, like I think our MVP this week is going to be Weavile. You're going to see me play Wicked Safe with that again because that was that worked out really well last time. Like I'll just bring it in on something and try to revenge kill it. Yeah, man, that's basically the team this week. Nothing, we couldn't really come up with anything crazy. We have a really decent matchup versus John. John is insanely good. I've battled him once before. I think I only battled him once in the MPA before, and he did beat me. I think it was pretty close, though. It wasn't like a washout, but I'm super excited to play him. We have some momentum coming in from last week. We're going to have some fun, but at least we're on the board, guys. We have 1 win this week, so we're doing good, boys. We're doing good. Obviously, you know, I tried my best in these. I'm very excited. John's very good. I don't know what his record is. I don't know if this has his record on it, but I'm very excited. John's really nice. We're battling on Friday night, you know, having fun. We're both big Halo fans, so that's exciting. Let's see where he's at. I just want to see. He's 3-2. Okay, so that's not too crazy. We're not too far out of that. So, obviously, we're just going to try to sneak out a win here. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to get the heck out of here, boys. I hope you guys enjoy the video, enjoy the battle, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you, so you guys are going to see this Friday night. I'm sorry, it's going to be uploaded late on Friday, but you guys will see me tomorrow live for the battle. I'll catch you guys then. Have a great day, guys. Peace.